beliefs. We're basically human beings from the top of our head to the bottom of our toes. We're all the same, and there's no difference.
Dr. Robinson.
Yes.
But, of course, one of your members have called here, and they want to know, not called, but they've emailed, and they would like to know your thoughts on all of this and how this connects with you.
Well, my thoughts on all of this are, I would say, very much in line with Sheldan. When I connected with Sheldan, I felt like I connected with someone that is that knows more of what I want to know right now. You know, I still have questions, but the time now is right for, 2012 is coming, and the planet is going through this change. So mankind, and its limited consciousness, and also along with the hindrance that's been placed upon us by those above, not above, but those in charge, saying maybe the Illuminatis and the games that they have played on us, they have been hindering the evolution of the planet. So at this time, to help usher in 2012, we're going to receive help from above. I mean, the saying that I always use, one mind, one law, one principle, one substance. So, I mean, from this planet to the next planet, from this federation and to the next federation, we're all one. You know, so we're all really working under one divine law. And through this, these changes are about to come so that we can evolve, and thereby the universe is going to evolve. And, you know, so it's true. You know, the things that are being said and the things that are about to come are going to be true. You know, but in spite of what the media is showing us today, we have to become aware that they're still all a ploy. You know, the people up top have been robbed the country for $700 billion, nothing but a straight-up robbery. But they're going to find that they're up against something much greater when first contact happens. How about that, Joe?
Well, you did it very well. You said it very, very well, Dr. Robbins.
Okay,
I think.
Well, I tell you, this chat room is blowing up. Let me go back real fast because we have some questions. Can Sheldan verify? And Sheldan, again, please pardon me, but I'm not sure if the same kind of relationship to words here on Earth is the same in the Galactic Federation. So I'm doing a lot of spelling today for you. If someone wants to know if Sheldan can verify if NESARA is real or a hoax to keep people distracted.
Oh, we're talking about, I guess, NESARA, I guess.
Okay.
NESARA is real. It's close to happening. So we just have to.
What is NESARA?
Okay, NESARA is the National Economic Stabilization and Recovery Act, is what I like to call it. It basically has 6 parts, and the parts are as follows, which it may be a shock to some people when I say it, but anyway, it's what's happening. 1 is the ending of this particular government. It has to resign. 2 is the replacement of it with a temporary government, which is to restore constitutional and common law. 3 is deliveries of various prosperity funds, and also 4 is the bringing forth of a new national treasury bank, a new currency. 5 is the ending of all aggressive acts by the United States on this planet. And number 6 is, the way I like to look at it as the 6 points, is that finally we will then have worldwide prosperity. So that's basically what will happen. And with it, of course, prosperity is international and national debt forgiveness, because basically the banks at present time are based on fractional banking, which is fraud. So that would mean the forgiveness of all credit cards, mortgages, car loans, student loans, and other personal loans with banks. So that's NESARA.
Come on
with it.
Oh! in itself. Okay, that's a show in itself. I'm not being condescending. Please don't look at it that way. But would you just go over that one more time? One more time.
Get the tape.
One more time. Could you just go over that?
Well, it's kind of a shock to people when you hear it the first time because it is so immense in what it's talking about. Because we're talking about, first of all, the getting rid of this present administration, which to me now is better than 4 months or 3 months from now. It's now down to 3.
Can I ask you a question, Sheldon? Are we
Sure.
talking about socialism or communism?
No, we're not. We're talking about prosperityism.
Okay. And see, that's important. Because
Freedom
you have to remember, people here on Earth only know 3 forms: capitalism, socialism, or communism.
Right. What we're talking about is peace, prosperity, and allowing each person to finally be fully able to be sovereign beings. It goes beyond just being a citizen because a citizen has limitations. It's based upon the old rule of when there were divine right kings. We go beyond that. We go to a point where we have complete and total sovereignty, and we have a responsibilities of this because prosperity means that you suddenly are fully conscious beings. When you change governments, when you create new financial systems, you change the whole way that people operate. So I hope that kind of going it over in a kind of shorthand here gives people a general idea. Then you have, of course, the forgiveness of debt, which is essential right now.
Are there
Wow.
is there anything that's written on that? You know, Lenin had Das Kapital. You know, we certainly have all the articles of the Constitution that protect capitalism. We have the whole thing of Mao Zedong around socialism and what is there anything about the galactic point of view in terms of abundance?
Well, as far as abundance goes, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have done. I have some tapes that I've written about, I have said about Nasara. I have my updates, etc., that you can get an idea of exactly what we're going here with and talking about. As far as, and then there's a website on Nasara, which is, I think, Nasara.us. You can get a general idea of what we're talking about. As far as materials written on it, it's kind of been, when it first came out, of course, the media misinformation machine just ground to a complete massive expounding of why this is not real, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because basically the Supreme Court put a complete gag on the entire reality of this whole thing. So what we have to understand is that it grows out of a whole history. I mean, we could, like you said, you can almost do a program on just talking about the history, which starts with the farm claims in the 70s and moves all the way forward to where we are right now. So it has quite a long history.
And I tell you, it's very important. I know a lot of times people think I'm nitpicking or whatever, but that's how learning occurs, is through history. And, Sheldon, we have another caller here from the 710. It's 719. It's 495. Caller, are you there with us?
Yeah, I just joined in. I just wanted to say hello and thank you for all that you do for humanity and beyond.
Thank you.
Well, Sheldon has definitely been an eye-opener, especially when we get on this economic system, because that's my thing for a very, very long time to study that. And, you know, I definitely thank Dr. Robinson for bringing it. And we have another question from the chat room.
Okay.
It says, will the Galactic Federation be making themselves known in order to wake up many who still sleep?
Well, they have a program, and that involves the scenario for first contact, which involves implementing some of the things we just talked about with Nasara. It also involves waking up a lot of people through just the general process that divine, that heaven is doing with the changes that we talked about in the chakra systems and in our genetics that are allowing us to experience things that cause incidents, you might say aha moments, where people start waking up, changing what they believe in gradually, but a lot quicker than the gradual than it used to be. It used to be people would wake up and it would take